Fine. Are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Yes, fine. So we were writing the definition or the physical meaning of electric flux. Why do we use electric flux? Okay, to get an idea of how many means number of electric lines of force are total number of electric lines of force crossing the given area. Fine. To get an idea of how many, okay, how many electric lines of force are crossing the given area. Fine. That's it. This is the meaning. More electric flux means more lines are passing or crossing the given area. Less electric flux through the surface means less electric lines of force are crossing the given area. Fine, sir. So it is a measure for number of electric lines of force crossing the given area. It is a measure for, or it is a representation of, or it is a count of, it gives us idea of number of electric lines of force crossing the given area. That's it. This is the concept. How to find it? That we already know. Mathematical formula we already know. All right. It means, sir, there exists one more definition for electric field. What is basic definition of electric field at a given point? Because there is some charge system. It may be a point charge, maybe a line charge, maybe a collection of charges, maybe a charge object. Some charge system is there. Because of this charge system, there exists a region around the charge system, and in that region there exists something called as electric field, and because of the electric field, other charges, if placed in this region, experience the effect of this charge system. Yes. So to find out the electric field due to this charge system, what you have to do, you can place any charge at a given point, find out the force acting on that charge. Okay, sir. So electric field of this charge system at this point is nothing but the force acting on the given charge divided by the given charge. Okay, sir. Newton upon Coulomb, force per unit charge. There is one more definition. Sir, if we have a charge system, try to understand. And at this point, I want to find out electric field. Fine. Basically, electric field is defined as force acting on a given charge divided by the given charge, okay, or force per unit charge. It's true in the vector sense as well. If the force is rightward on the positive charge, if the charge is positive charge वरती rightward force आला means electric field rightward. Negative charge वरती मग त्या केस मध्ये leftward force येईल. ओके. पण निगेटिव्ह चार्ज वरती लेफ्टवर्ड फोर्स आलाय. आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड म्हणजे काय सांगितलंय? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज अ डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज direction of force on the positive charge. If you place a negative charge, it will get attracted. Therefore, you will say that if we place a positive charge, it will get repelled. So, direction of electric field will be like this. Fine. All those things we already know. Let us discuss about one more definition. At this point, I want to find out electric field. What shall I do? What can I do? Is this okay? Very small point. And if I know how many electric flux are passing through surface area, of course perpendicular to it, or let me take the area something like this. Okay, area something like this, and I know that how many electric lines of force or what is the electric flux which are crossing this area. Crossing means perpendicular to area or parallel to area vector. If I know that value, then I can write the electric field like this, or initially I can write electric flux as magnitude of area vector at this point into cos of angle between area vector and the electric field. Right now both are in the same direction. Fine. So I can get it like this. Cos 0 is 1, and therefore there exists one more definition of electric. What is that definition? E is equal to electric flux d phi divided by area, means electric flux per unit area at given point. Electric flux per unit area at given point is the magnitude of electric field. Yes, no, reply in the chat box. What is electric flux? It gives idea of number of lines crossing the given area. How many lines? More lines, less lines. See, physically we cannot count the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot count the lines. So there must be some physical quantity. That quantity is electric flux. Okay, so electric flux will give you idea of number of electric lines. Okay, a comparative idea. Fine, sir. So if we know electric flux through the given surface area, find out electric flux divided by area, electric flux per unit area, you will get magnitude of electric field. That's it. Fine, sir. So there exists one more definition: electric flux per unit area. Electric flux per unit area. Now we said that in a given area, in a unit area, more flux means more number of lines, and more number of lines means more electric field. Agree, disagree? Crowded lines means what? In unit area, in given area, more lines means more magnitude of electric field. So this is mathematically verified. Crowded lines means more number of lines. More number of lines means more flux. More flux per unit area means more electric field. Mathematically verified. Yes, no, reply. Why they said initially that more number of lines means more electric field, less number of lines means less electric field? The reason is this: electric like this, electric flux per. How to get a area at given point? Because electric field is a quantity at given point. Electric field at given point. So at given point, you can imagine a point area. Point area means ds. You can also imagine the point volume as dv. Okay. Point length as a dl. All those things we already know. Fine. Next, SI unit of electric flux. Tell me, who will tell me electric flux SI unit first? Who will tell me SI unit of electric flux? Let me rub all these things so that you can use your brain and the formula which are already given to you. Tell me SI unit of electric flux. Newton meter square upon coulomb. Okay. Next. Newton meter square upon coulomb. Okay. Next. For square, you can simply write 2. I can understand. No need to write that m, then cap, then 2. I can understand. Everyone. Newton meter square by coulomb. Newton meter square by coulomb. Okay. All of you are getting the same answer. Let me check whether I am right or wrong, or whether you are right or wrong. Fine. Let's check. I also do not remember the unit. How I am going to find it out? I will use any of the definition which I know. Electric flux through a small area. Through a small area ds. If it is a complete area, I have to integrate. Okay. Through small area, we will find out, sir. Electric field at that point, area vector, electric field, area vector into cos of angle between electric field and area vector. Okay. Sir, this is unitless. Taking units on both the sides. Sir, trigonometric ratios are unitless. Yes, unitless means right there one. Sir, area meter square. Area meter square. Sir, electric field. What is electric field? Basic definition. Sir, electric field is force acting on given charge upon given charge, taking units on both the sides. Taking units on both the sides. Electric field. Unit of electric field is equal to unit of force is Newton. Unit of charge is Coulomb. Okay. So electric field is Newton upon Coulomb. That's it. All of you gave the correct answer. Newton meter square upon Coulomb or Newton meter square by Coulomb. That's it. Okay. What is the fundamental unit? Tell me first. Unit in terms of fundamental units. I don't want Newton. I don't want Coulomb. I want fundamental units to be there. 7 fundamental units. Length, mass, time. Meter, kg, second. Length, mass, time. Temperature, amount of substance. Temperature, Kelvin. Amount of substance, mole. Temperature, amount of substance. Current, electric current, not fluid current or not any heat current. Electric current, ampere. Electric current and luminous intensity, candela. These are the 7 fundamental units. Length, mass, time, temperature, amount of substance, electric current, luminous intensity. In terms of this, okay, one answer I got. Let's see whether it is right or wrong. Sir, Newton we don't want. We just hate this Newton. This person we just hate. Okay, it's okay. Let us replace Newton by kg meter per second square. Okay, kg was not scientist, meter was not scientist, second was not scientist. So we do not hate this person. Fine. Coulomb. How to replace Coulomb? How to replace Coulomb? How to replace Coulomb? Coulomb is not fundamental. Ampere is fundamental. Okay. Do you know? Current, electric current is rate of flow of charge. All of you have already learned this in your childhood, right? Sir, electric current is charge flown upon time taken, taking units on both the sides. Taking units on both the sides. We can get unit of current is sir ampere. Ampere is a scientist. Coulomb is a scientist. Second is not a scientist. So sir, Coulomb can be replaced by ampere into second. Yes. Coulomb is equal to ampere into second. Yes. Ampere fundamental, second fundamental. Replace it. So unit of fundamental unit of electric flux is equal to Newton can be replaced by, write down, kg meter per second square into the meter square as it is, divided by Coulomb. Coulomb is ampere second. Here onwards remember Coulomb is ampere second. Ampere is Coulomb upon second. Coulomb is ampere second. Yes sir, we will remember it. Okay. Kg raised to 1 meter cube. Sorry, meter square meter cube. So second square in the denominator. This second is also in the denominator. So second cube in the denominator. It goes into the numerator. Second raised to minus 3. Ampere in the denominator goes in the numerator. Ampere raised to minus 1. This is the unit of electric flux. You may call it as d phi or phi. No problem. Absolutely no problem. Because it's just unit. Unit of change and unit of given quantity or unit of change in given quantity. Both are going to be same. Fine. Dimensions of electric flux. We are talking about electric flux. You may write it as phi e, but right now we know it is electric flux. There are other kinds of flux as well that we will discuss, that is magnetic flux, but in the upcoming chapters. Kg, mass raised to 1. Okay, meter means length raised to 3. Second means time raised to minus 3. Ampere means, oh, ampere. What shall I use? For ampere, what shall I use? I. For ampere, what shall I use? C. No. What is that? Unit dimension खेलेगा नहीं. For ampere, what shall I use? For ampere, I shall use V. No. we have to use A itself. We have to use A itself. Okay. Sometimes you will observe some of you have given the correct answer as well. So you can use I also. Okay. I have seen some of the questions, some of the MCQs I have encountered that sometimes they have used ampere A itself and sometimes they have used I. It's okay, fine. Next. Electric flux is scalar or vector? Write down. Electric flux is scalar quantity. It is a dot product, right? So it is going to be scalar. Dot product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Of course, it can be positive, negative, or zero. Just like work done. Dot product of force and displacement, F bar dot S bar or F bar dot ds bar. It is dot product of two vectors. Work done is a dot product of two vectors. It is a scalar quantity, but it can be positive, negative, zero. Positive or negative or zero. It can be positive, negative, or zero. Yes, that's it. Next. Done. Up to this, reply me everyone. Everyone shall reply me. Up to this, we learned new physical quantity electric flux today. Everything clear? Tell me. Good. How much time we have? We have some 20 minutes, right? Okay. So we will solve some examples. Let us solve some examples on the electric flux. Let's see how to solve these examples. Fine. Example 31. Solve along with me. Let us check what is example 31. Let us see whether we are able to solve it or not. The electric field in the region is given by, okay, the electric field in the region is given by 3 by 5 times E0. E0 is going to be some number, constant number into I cap. Fine. This is the value of electric field in x direction plus electric field is a vector. So at a given point, what is the value of electric field? They are writing 4 upon 5 into E0, okay, into J cap. That's it. One vector is given to us. E0 value is also given to us. E0 is going to be some number. Yes. What is that? It is 2.0 into 10 raised to plus 3. Electric field. Ultimately, unit of E0 and E should match. I does not have any unit. J does not have any unit. It's just a unit vector. Electric field. So both of all of these have same units. E0 should have unit of electric field. What is that unit? Force per unit charge, Newton per Coulomb. Okay, sir. Find the flux of this field. Okay, electric flux of this field through a rectangular surface. Phi equal to question mark. Through a rectangular surface. Okay, sir. Fine. Through a rectangular surface having surface area. What is the surface area? Magnitude of the area is 0.2 meter square. Okay, and parallel to YZ plane. This rectangular surface is parallel to YZ. Y dash Z means YZ plane. Y minus Z. It's not Y minus Z. It's simply Y dash Z. Okay, given surface area is parallel to YZ plane. Okay, given surface area is parallel to YZ plane. How to find out electric flux? If electric field vector is given to you, you have area, magnitude, you need area vector so that you can find out electric flux over the given area. Now can you observe that? Can you observe that this electric field is some constant value. This value is not changing with x, y, z coordinates. This value is also not changing with x, y, z coordinates. It means that the electric field is same at all the given points. Yes, no? First of all, reply me in the chat box. At all the points, electric field, same magnitude, same direction, same magnitude, same direction, same magnitude, same direction. At all the points. Because the electric field is not changing with x, y, z coordinates. This is the value of electric field at any given point x, comma, y, comma, z. But x, y, z are not present in this. Not present in this. It means that this is a constant electric field. At each and every point, electric field is constant in magnitude and constant in direction. Reply me in the chat box, yes or no. Every point, at every point, same magnitude, same direction. Good. Such a electric field is called as uniform electric field. Everywhere, same direction, same magnitude. Such a electric field is called as uniform electric field. Okay, sir. Such a electric field is called as uniform electric field. All right. Because it is not changing with x, y, z coordinates. It is not changing in direction. It is not changing in magnitude. Just like uniform acceleration. Uniform electric field. Uniform acceleration due to gravity. Or in general, uniform acceleration. Just like that. Uniform electric field. Fine, sir. Not changing in direction, not changing in magnitude, same everywhere. Fine. So such a field is called as constant electric field or uniform electric field. Okay. So try to understand. If we have a surface area like this, Z is coming out of the plane, okay? This is X, this is Y, and Z is going inside the plane. Z is going inside the plane. Why? X, Y is Z. Thumb goes inside. X cross Y, curled fingers X cross Y. Z goes inside the plane. Given surface is parallel to YZ plane. Given surface is parallel to YZ plane. So Z is going inside. Y is left right. Left right direction is Y. Inside outside direction is Z. So our surface area is something like this, which is in the YZ plane. Now let me draw Z like this, three-dimensional imagination. This is our Z. This is our Z. So our area is lying in YZ plane or it is parallel to YZ plane. Fine. Our electric field has X component and Y component. Our electric field has X component and Y component. Z component is not there. So electric field vector is only in the XY plane. Electric field vector is only in the XY plane. Okay, electric field vector is only in the XY plane. Fine. So sir, at this point electric field is like this, at this point electric field is like this. Everywhere electric field has same magnitude and same direction. Everywhere electric field has same magnitude and same direction. Sir, we know the formula of electric flux through given surface area. A very small surface area ds, very small surface area ds, very small surface area ds. All of these are ds, ds. Fine, sir. We can find out very small electric flux through given surface area, point surface area, by using the formula E bar dot ds bar, or sir, E into ds into cos theta we can use. Yes, we can use. But sir, here we are asked to find out electric flux through entire surface area. Okay. So sir, electric flux through this area plus electric flux through this area plus electric flux through this area, and all such electric flux are to be added, sir. Okay, so electric flux over entire surface area is integration of all such, integration means addition of all such small electric flux. Okay, sir. Fine, sir. No problem. No problem. Next. Sir, right now we are not given magnitudes. We are given electric field as a vector. So you can write this or this. Yes, we can. We will write this. Okay. We will write this. Let us try to let us try to understand. Let us try to understand first. You may write this or this. No problem. I have written this. Now magnitude of electric field is same everywhere because it is not changing with xyz. We just discussed. So this magnitude you may take out of the integration because it is a constant value. It is same at each and every point. Okay. Can you observe? Can you observe? Area vector, very small area vector ds, like this, like this, like this, like this. Everywhere it is along x because area is in the yz plane. Area is in the yz plane. Area is in the yz plane. Area vector must be along x, along x, along x, along x, along x. Everywhere it is along x. And electric field has some particular direction. That direction is also not changing. Area vector direction is not changing. It is everywhere same. Electric field direction is also not changing. So can I say that at each and every point on the area, at each and every point on the area, direction of electric field, it is fixed. And at each and every point on the area vector is also fixed. Direction of area vector is also fixed. So can I say this theta is same at all points? Same at all points on the given surface in this given question. Okay, in given question the question is very easy, but we are understanding the underlying concepts as well. Immediately by using formula we can figure it out within 30 seconds. Just don't worry about the question, try to learn other things also. In the given question, at each and every point electric field has some defined direction. It is not changing. Constant electric field, uniform electric field, same direction, same magnitude. So at every point electric field has a particular direction. Area vector is always along the x-axis because area is also perpendicular to it, means x-axis. So angle theta is constant at all the points. So sir, this cos theta even can be taken out of the bracket. Okay, that cos theta even can be taken out of the bracket. So what remains? Integration of ds. What remains? Integration of ds. Okay, sir. Fine. What is integration of ds? What is addition of all the areas? So addition of all the areas is nothing but complete area. Addition of all the areas is nothing but, yeah. Sir, can we rearrange it? Yes. Magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into cos of angle between the two vectors. Fine. See, initially we had a formula for electric flux over small surface into d cos theta. We have the formula for electric here because of uniform field, and therefore this electric field came out of integration. And area is also having same direction always at each and every point. For every area ds, it has same direction along x, along x. If such a situation is there, means when you are given a plane surface, okay, surface should not be curved. If the surface is curved like this, here the area vector will be like this, here the area vector will be like this. In that case, area vector will have different directions. So let's say electric field has same direction, always rightward. But here angle is different, here angle is different, here angle between area vector and electric field is different. In that case, you cannot take cos theta outside the integration face. If you so every vector will be point direction in a plane surface. Let's say you are given a uniform field, always rightward, always rightward. Now you will observe angle between field and area vector is always same, so you can take that out of integration. If such a situation is there, then to find out total flux, direct use the formula phi equal to E S cos theta. Just like this. Just like this. The constant. If it is constant force situation. If it is not constant force situation, total work is integration of. But if it is a constant force situation, you can take F as common. If angle is always same, you can take that cos theta common. Just like this. Try to understand. Constant force and constant angle situation. Total displacement, small displacement ds, total displacement s. So that will give you this equation, Fs cos theta. Just like that. Okay, just like that. Fine, sir. So, can I write this? Can I write this? This is magnitude of first vector, this is magnitude of second vector, and this is the cos of angle between the two vectors. So it's again simply E bar dot S bar. I am not saying ds bar because I am not finding d phi, I am finding phi, total flux. Total flux, simply E bar dot S bar. Do you disagree in the chat box? Yes, correct. Fine. Let us find out the answer. Electric field is given to us as 3/5 E0 I cap. Write down along with me. How much time we have? I think some there. Okay. Into I cap. No need to write cap. 3/5 plus 4/5 E0 I cap. Sorry, E0 J cap. This is first vector. Dot product second vector. Now second vector is area vector. Area vector is magnitude of area into direction of area. Magnitude of area is given something 0.2, right? 0.2 meter square. Yes, 0.2 meter square. What is magnitude of the area? Sir, 0.2 meter square. Okay. No need to write unit. Magnitude of the area. What is direction of area? Sir, area, surface. Area means surface. Surface is in YZ plane. So area vector should be perpendicular to YZ. Perpendicular to Y means to a cap. This is for area vector. Magnitude into direction. Direction means so multiplication of coefficient of I plus multiplication of coefficient of K plus multiplication of K. Multiplication plus J चा coefficient ची multiplication plus K चा coefficient ची multiplication. Multiplication of coefficient of I. Plus multiplication of coefficient of Z. Sir, here we do not have any J coefficient. Here we have, but here we do not have. So multiply by 0. Sir, we do not have any K coefficient here. We do not have any K coefficient here. So this answer is going to be 0. This answer is going to be 0. No need to write these two answers. So this is going to be final answer. Don't do this division. Put the value of E0, then divide it by 5 and then multiply it by 6 or 0.6. Sequence of multiplication also matters because that will ultimately define how much time you will need for the calculation. Total flux 0.6 upon 5. E0 value is given to us as 2 into 10 raised to 3. 2 into 10 raised to 3. Let's do this multiplication, then divide by 5. Or 2 upon 5 is 0.4. 0.4, 0.6. 6 into 4, 24. 1.2 point. Overall 2 points. 1 plus 1, 2. Into 10 raised to 3. Electric flux. What is the unit of electric flux? Newton meter square upon Coulomb. Check if I am right or wrong. Electric field, Newton per Coulomb. Electric field, force per unit charge, area, meter square. Reply me in the chat box, yes or no. First, they have did this multiplication and they have written 240. That we can do. So, will we be able to solve the questions of electric flux? You know the concept, you know the formula. Now just apply it. Complete physics असं आहे बाळा, काय नाहीये. One new physical quantity, its physical significance, its formula, its application. That's it. Every time we are going to do the same thing again and again. Fine. How much time we have? Yes, it's almost only 1 minute remaining. Fine. So, further questions, that is question number 32 is going to be your task. Okay, you can understand it on your own. And the remaining things of the electric flux and the Gauss theorem we will learn in the next lecture. Okay, till then you just solve the today's revision homework of your measurement chapter, that is unit dimension and measurement chapter. Okay, from the given book, and the question number 1 to 13. One more thing, there will be test on this Sunday. Syllabus of the test I will inform on the group. Okay, it will be JEE NEET type test. Okay, MCQs test on this Sunday. Other teachers will also inform you the corresponding syllabus. Okay, so chalo, bye bye everyone. Let me end this lecture at this point. Have a very nice day and do the homework. Okay, chalo, bye. Yes, good day. Yes.